Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with no other Israelite group. Today is Wednesday law class. Let's clap it up. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about a topic, right? Israel needs to Salakia. What did I say? Oh yeah. Salakia. Israel needs to unite under God's laws, right? Because right now in America, our people, right, our brothers and sisters, right, are facing a mass deportation in this land of oppression, right? And one thing we had to understand that a lot of us, especially blacks, right, we believe that what's going on to our Hispanic brothers and sisters is different from what we have went through as a people, right? A lot of us believe, well, if they here legally, right, they should go. But little do you know, you should know that the devils they here legally. This ain't their land, right? So if anybody need to go, it's the devils, right? The one who destroyed and massacred and unalived a lot of our people, right? So they have pushed the narrative, and because of this, because of what they have done to our people, made us believe that we are separate. But here, in the truth, in this Bible, right, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people are all the same. We are from the 12 tribes of Israel, right? There's no difference between us. So what we are witnessing is a plight that our brothers and sisters are fighting and going through, right? And we as a people, we need to unite. Right? We need to see them as our brothers and sisters, not what the media pushes that blacks and Hispanics have a beef with each other. That's not the case. But when they separate us, what they have done, the devils have done, and told us and given us different names, right? We grew up into this time now and believe that we are different. And today we're going to show you that we are not different, right? So this past year, we chose as a people to vote for a person who we believed will lead our people to a better America. But what I'm here to tell you is that in America, blacks and Hispanics and First Nation people, there will never be a better until the Most High, until Christ comes. Right? This is a land of oppression. When they wrote in the Constitution that everybody shall be free, right? Every man should be free. They was not talking about us because we were still in chains. So when we go into these lines and decide that we're going to vote, right, for a person who's not our brethren, right, a person that has nothing to do with us, believe in this doctrine of democracy, all it does is continue the same notion, exactly what has been happening to our people. All right. And this is not nothing new. Only thing that is new is the fact that our people are able, to see it on video, on TikTok and Facebook. But this is a plight that our brothers and sisters have been fighting. This is a plight that our brothers have been fighting. This is a plight that has always been going on in our community. And today we're going to bring it out. Right. So the first thing this is why Christianity has been a destructive tool to our people, because they teach us that the laws are done away with. Right. So when they're the ones on the forefront to tell us to vote and vote for a new leader. Right. He's going to make America great again. He is going to, help our people. Right. But that is against what the Most High said. Salakia, sir, can you give me Deuteronomy 17, verse 15?
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
So the Most High is saying, thou shalt not in any wise set a king over thee. All right? When we went into these lines and stood for hours to vote for our so-called president in the United States of America, this land of our oppression, we are setting a king above us. That's what we are doing. He's dropping laws. He's making pardons. He's doing things that is affecting our people. And we walked into those lines and signed a ballot saying we choose him. You know what's crazy about it? During this whole election period of time, a lot of our people were saying, well, we're choosing the better of two evils. Two evils. That's what it came down to, right? Understand that we chose these two evils, and this was going against what the Most High said, right? And I know in the Christian church and growing up in life, you always was taught, well, my ancestors died for us to vote, so we should vote because they died for it. Well, I'm here to tell you, your ancestors also died using crack.
Right.
Are you going to use crack? They also died doing a lot of things that they wasn't supposed to do. That does not give you a right to do it. We are supposed to be listening to what the Most High said, right? Not what the Christianity has taught our ancestors to do, right? They decided that we're supposed to march and do these type of things, right? This, all it has done is continuously led our people to the slaughter, and that is what's happening right now, right? So we're gonna read the conditions that the Most High set up for our people, the conditions he set up when it came to choosing someone over thee. Continue reading. You can start over.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
So, a lot of us tell us that in order for the person to be president, that's ordained by God, right? I remember growing up in the Christian church, that's what they would teach us when they used to tell the youth, I want you guys to vote. And, the youth feel like, what's the purpose of voting? They'll tell you, well, in order for a person to become president, right, it's God ordained. That's definitely what they was teaching us when it came to the great so-called black hope that we thought was Obama, even though he is not a black, Hispanic, and First Nation person. They all told us this is the greatest moment in history, right? He is going to do something for our people. We continuously follow these lies that they like. Honestly, what has voting done for blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people? Nothing, right? But they tell you these lies. Listen, these laws do not get changed for your embetterment. The 13th Amendment, right? We think, the 13th Amendment was to get rid of slavery. No, the 13th Amendment. Can you look up the 13th Amendment for me? Because that's what they teach us in school. Well, the devils, our oppressors, they voted and got rid of one of the laws to enslave us, which is the 13th Amendment. So the 13th Amendment freed slaves, right? But there's a part that they don't want you to read. Because do not believe that these laws are passed for you, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. These laws ain't passed for you. One thing that the devils, that's why we call them the devil, because they are the greatest deceiver, right? They hide in plain sight. They do things that will make you miss the mark, right? Can you read the 13th Amendment?
We'll read something relating to the 13th Amendment.
Come.
I'm pretty sure what you read.
Come.
Says the 13th Amendment was passed at the end of the Civil War before the Southern states had been restored to the Union.
Right.
And should have easily passed in Congress. However, though the Senate passed in April 1864, the House initially did not at that point. The 13th Amendment was passed to keep the unions together.
To keep the unions together.
The states together.
Kind
Didn't have anything to do with the slaves at all.
Right. But they teach us that it was used, to free the slaves. It was for the union, right? Now, once you got rid of slaves, right, the union was like, well, then how are we going to make the profit off of our slaves, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people? Continue reading, sir.
For that part that you just said, it says the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution provided that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction, meaning that slavery was so-called abolished,
right,
unless you committed a
crime.
This is when they created the black codes and all of those laws that put our brothers and sisters back into slavery.
And that slavery legally. So now, basically, right, they abolished the slavery that you so-called see in your face. All right. See, that's why they are deceivers. So while we go around and saying, you know, democracy works. All right. They freed the slaves. In the fine print, it says the only time you can have a slave is if they become incarcerated or criminal, right? And who? In the chat, let me know who goes to jail more than any race of people. Anybody in the chat, let me know who goes to jail more than any race of people. I remember growing up, my father used to tell me jails is $1 billion business. And that's a fact. You know how it's a fact? Because everybody who's been to jail and everybody who knows about jails, that's where they get a lot of this country's manual labor from. And it's slavery. You see how they masked it, made it look good? Oh, we cannot own slaves anymore. Well, little Tyrone walking down the street, let's lock him up. Let's give him 20 years for nothing. He's a slave. You remember the old videos and old movies when they had people, when you would drive past, they had old movies and stuff, and you would see the people hitting stones with rocks. You know what I'm saying? That's the manual labor they was doing. All right? For no pay. Good.
Even still, if you look at the rounding up of the Hispanics right now, they're not being sent back to their country.
Right.
They're being prepped for slavery. Understand? They don't listen. They're talking about deporting them back to their country, but that's not what they're doing. They're setting up prison camps right now so that they can use them as free slave labor. And that's the part that a lot of our people are not understanding. Like, again, they're masking deportation. Oh, we're making the country great again. We're getting out these illegal criminals, right? But in all factuality, they're making jails for them to be unlegal documented workers. So while they're telling you that we're getting them out of the country to make the country better, they are using those same people. All right? Understand that this is what this democracy is. It's a mask. That's why we call them the devil, because they are the greatest deceiver here on earth. All right? They come up with something and then, they mask it. All right? So understand that we are continuously falling for the same play that these devils are putting before us. All right? So Deuteronomy 17:15, thou shalt in no wise set a king over thee, whom the Lord God shall not choose. All right? That is the guidelines that the Most High set up. All right? So it's no Donald Trump is not who the Most High chose. Right.
So for us to stand in line, and you might say it wasn't blacks and Hispanics that got him into office. It wasn't our people, right? Because that's what they like to say. Well, all you got to do, you never heard of a term Latinos for Trump, right? Blacks for Trump,
right?
Right? We chose this as a people, right? This is, yeah.
Inez Henderson had the right answer.
Right. It is black people, right? And that's a fact. And Ms. Darlene. Yup, black folks. That's facts. Right? We all know this. But nobody told us that was in the 13th Amendment. It's not until you read it. Right? Old time we praised in the 13th. It freed us. It didn't free you. They just changed it. Right? That's why when blacks and Hispanics and First Nation people get stopped by the cops, you already know. You already know it's a gamble. You already know what might transpire because you got stopped by the cops.
Right.
Right? We see the devils all the time, they can argue back and forth with the police. Right? Say you are disturbing my rights. And the police respect that. But when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, we don't get that. You know why? Because The devils know those rights, those laws, those things that you think the government stands for, they do not stand for Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. But yet we keep believing that it does. All right, so we chose what's continue reading one from among them.
One from among thy brethren shall set king over thee.
One from among thy brethren. Now this is like, so even if you wasn't in the truth, this makes so much perfect sense, right? Why would you choose a person who doesn't go through the same struggle as you to lead you? Why would you choose a person who doesn't understand what it's like to be Black, Hispanic, and First Nation people, to understand, right? To make life better.
Right.
He can't even relate to what we go through. But yet we stood in line thinking he was going to make America great for our people. Now look what's going on in this world. All right? Our Hispanic brothers and sisters, even though they've been going through this, right? It's just out on the news for the news to see. Because believe me, our brothers and sisters have been getting attacked, right? For forever in America. It's not nothing new. It's just new to a lot of our people because it's on the news. It's something Donald Trump said he was going to do, right? And they have been acting it. But that's it. Cameras are involved, but this been happening. We're going to bring out statistics to let you know that it's been happening, right? This is a struggle that our brothers and sisters have been going through, right? And as Blacks, we need to not sit there and think that, what they're going through is just their problem, because we go through the same thing.
Right.
What makes you think we don't go through the same thing? Are we not hunted in our homes? When we walk down the street, do not police stop us and ask us questions? Right? Do they not suspect that we are criminals? That's exactly what's going on. And we're going to bring it out. So again, it says from among thy brethren. Listen, Donald Trump ain't our brethren. All right? He's not. So why do we stand in line, Latinos for Trump, Black voices for Trump, right? Why did we stand in line and vote for him? And now look what's going on, right? You know why? Because we broke this law. That's why Christianity is so detrimental to our people, because it told us the laws are done away with. Is until I got into the truth, into ISUPK, I have never read Deuteronomy. Never knew anything about these laws, right? The Christian church don't teach you this. You know why they don't teach you this? Because they want you to do what's against the Most High. They want you to stand in line, right? Everybody that's been in church, who've been in church, understand that pastors want you to vote. They tell you to vote, right? Dr. Martin Luther King, his whole thing was to go to Congress and get us to vote. They fought to vote. They believed in it. Christianity believes in the democracy, right? Because Christianity, right, is nothing but white supremacy, and that is a doctrine of white supremacy, right? And we fell for it. So we should never set a king over thee, right? Continue reading.
Thou mayst not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
Right? He's not your brother. So why would you put him over you? He doesn't understand what it's like growing up Hispanic, right? He doesn't understand what it's like to come to America. First off, a land that was yours, right? He doesn't understand what it's like to come here and work hard, right? And now you done made a good life for you and your family, and now he's destroying it. He don't know what it's like because he was rich. He was rich his whole life. He don't know what it's like going to work 7 a.m., coming home 9 p.m., only made a couple of dollars. He don't know what that's like, right? So for him, it's nothing, right? He don't know what it's like just because the way you look, be judged by that. You don't know nothing about that. That's why, they're grabbing up anybody. How do they know you are not from America? The only way they know is by profiling you. Something that Blacks and Hispanics already know about, have already been going through. So we choose a leader. We chose a leader that he has never went through none of that. So why would we choose that? Right? That's what the Most High is telling us. We are not supposed to set no king over you, whom the Lord God first didn't even ordain. And not only that, he's not even your brethren. No, he's a stranger. You're not supposed to do that, right? And this is a law. So because we did not understand this law, that's why the ISUPK is the home of the truth. Because what we are here to do, because just like you who stood in that line and voted, at one point in time, we did. Because we believed in Christianity, right? And that's what they taught us, right? But we are here to tell you, right, that is not what we're supposed to be doing. The law of the Most High is telling you this is not what you're supposed to be doing. And we're going to break down what happens when you break these laws, right? And we're going to see how it plays out today. Because we broke this law, right? Choosing a person over us. This is why the Bible is so powerful. Because it illustrates exactly what we are going through today to a T. Right. And we're going to bring it out. The Christian church not going to bring this out to you because they want you to continue to be getting slaughtered. They want you to continue, right, feeling down, right, and feeling that way to keep coming into the church and hear y'all little music so you can feel good and they give you a good feel-good speech, right? But what we are here to do is to fix your life, right, to make you be who the Most High wants you to be, all right? All right, so let me get Proverbs 3:31, sir. All right. So we was never supposed to participate in the so-called democracy. Matter of fact, Salaya, sir, can you pull up democracy definition? You want to go to no. Oh yeah, you can read it. It's up to you. I'm too wild. It's too wild. You want to do it the way I said? All right, so you see the box? No. Salaya, sir. Go to X. Go to the X at the top of the screen. Because you can't see it. No, in the corner. All the way to the right. Click the box. Click the box. Because it's not all the way there. Yeah, click it. Now you can see present. Come on. Click present. Share screen. Oh, all right, yeah, my bad. Yeah. Let me show my thing. Boom. Go back to StreamYard. Yeah, it's on the screen.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines democracy as a government where the people hold the power, either directly or indirectly.
The people hold the power. What people? What people? We believed in democracy, right? That's what voting is. What people? How many times we done went to elections and seen, even if you believed in democracy, the popular vote, they still lose. Right? Is there such thing as electoral college? I learned this before I was even in the truth. Right. The electoral college, nobody know who they are. They don't even have to vote with what the state say. The state can say 98% Republican. You know what the people in the electoral college can do? Nah, Democrat. Go the other way. Right? Didn't we see the devil Hillary Clinton? Didn't she win popular? Democracy said, can you read it again?
Democracy as a government where the people hold the power.
The who?
The people.
The people. When you standing in line and you casting your ballot, you the people, right? It says the people will hold the power. But that's not the case in America. You see, this is what our people need to understand. The devil, he's the devil because he's a deceiver. Because we sitting here believing that democracy is we have the power. But how many times have you seen that the people don't have the power here? You already know that. The fact that we get two candidates automatically lets you know that we never had the power. Right? They put who they want in front of us, and then we come up with this whole slogan, choose the better of two evils. I thought you had the power, people. It's a lie. Good.
They're giving you a selection,
Gone.
not a choice.
Gone.
Choice is when you choose who you.
Right.
A selection is when someone takes two people or more and have you choose to make a selection from them.
Gone.
Choice is when you choose the person that you want to represent.
And that's right. That's powerful right there. Right? The difference between the selection and the choice. But Salakia, sir, even when it comes to the selection, you still ain't got no power in choosing that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a selection.
But you can't even.
Choice is when you go out and you say, this is the person
I want.
I want to represent. You bring the person.
Come.
That's a choice. A selection is when they choose, two or more people that you can select from. We think it's a choice, but it's not a choice. It's a selection.
Come. But even our selection ain't even. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a facade. It's a smoke and mirrors. And we continuously, as a people, follow behind it. We keep falling for the same trick. You know, when the bunny, when the man had the bunny in the hat and he'll pull it out. When you a kid, you like, yo, that's crazy. How he do that? Yo, that's wild. But then when you start to get older, you like, yo, I saw his hand. Yo, it's something under the, you know what I'm saying? You start to pick up on it and you like, yo, magic ain't really magic no more. You know what I'm saying? It's a deception. And when you watch magic, you like, I just want to see how he can deceive me because you know it's not real. All right?
What? What's the phrase that they use? Just what you described. The phrase that they use is the illusion of inclusion.
Yeah, illusion of inclusion. All right? And that's what our people have been facing right now. All right? We have been taught that democracy was the way of life. All right? And it's not. It's not. And we're going to bring it out. You got Proverbs 3:31?
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. Envy means to a feeling or discontent or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck.
Right.
So you know what we do, right? You can do that. So you know what we do? We say, oh, you know what? The world, America is getting great for our oppressors. Guess what? We should do what they do. We should vote because it made it better for them.
Right.
So guess what we should do? We envied their way of life. We thought the way of life for them was going to equal the same way for us. What is it? You can't join. What is it? You can't beat them, join them. Right. That's what we decided to do. But guess what? Them laws ain't for you. You are an afterthought. You're not even a thought. When they write down those laws, they're not thinking about you. When Donald Trump talk about middle class, he's not thinking about you. All right? When he thinking about making America great, he not thinking about you. We all got to understand that as a people. All right? When they say democracy, they're not thinking about you. You know what they do think about you when it comes to getting your votes is when they decide that they are going to put a mockery of our culture out there just so because they think you're so dumb, right, that you're going to vote now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mockery out of your culture. I'm going to say I've cooked greens in a bathtub. You should vote for me. I'm going to say you're not black if you don't vote for me, right? I'm going to say things like, what else they used to say? Oh, I'm going to bring rappers on stage and celebrities on stage because the black vote and Hispanic vote must not really be smart enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play some entertainment because we all love entertainment. I'm going to say something entertainment, right? And then it's going to make you vote. And we were captivated. We as a people were captivated. And what did we do? We voted. We said, oh, yo, Glorilla was up there. Yeah, we got to vote. Yo, 50 was up there. And he was playing Mini Man. Yeah, we got to vote. We got to vote. Like that's like the devils are playing in your face. And for some, like, because we've been conditioned to believe this dream that it will work, we still go up there and do it. You know, one great movie to watch, one of the funniest movies, Will Ferrell, The Campaign.
Oh,
You ever seen it?
nice.
It's when Will Ferrell plays a North Carolina like mayor, and he does the whole politician little stunt. Oh, it's a facade, and it's a movie. It's so funny, like it's so funny of how they try to get people to vote for him and things they got to do in a political race. Is funny. But it's facts. It's facts. The gimmicks that they play. Everybody knows politicians lie. So why are you talking about you trust this politician? Like, yo, it's not even. We all know, all right? But that's because Christianity taught us that voting was good, right? Christianity taught us our ancestors died, right? So we should be able to vote. They marched through the cities to vote, right? This is the thing that has conditioned our people, right? That's why Christianity, right? Its outreach has been so plagueful to our people. It's a virus. It destroys us, right? Because everything that we do as a people, it all be traced back to the conditioning of Christianity. And that's why we have to get away with it. That's why when you see us teaching, you be like, well, y'all just harp on Christianity because Christianity has destroyed us as a people. Right? It's been embedded in us. Right? A lot of our people, right, it's been embedded in us. All right, so we want to show you, right? Let me get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 34. 2 verses 3 through 4. Come on.
That's my favorite. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
Let no man deceive you by any means. You already know it's a lie. You know it. And then you sit back and be like, well, hey, we had to choose the lesser of the two evils. He just lied. You thought Obama was going to make it better for blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. What did he do? Made the alternate lifestyle be able to, be acceptable, right? Even though that goes against what the Most High said. You said, oh, Donald Trump the first time, we got happy with him because he gave us money during the stimulus check, right? Meanwhile, he throwing toilet paper to our brothers and sisters, our Hispanics, right? When they was going through what they was going through. He's shooting toilet paper at them, right? As if it's a basketball, like it's a game. You see all these actions, these racist things he said. What they used to do back in the day? They would, take them and beat them, right? Those are the things that he would say. And, right, remember, it's still blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump. Remember what the scripture said, that we are not supposed to put somebody above us that's not our brethren or that the Most High chose. We saw all those things, right? All right. Then we decided, you know what, man, let's get rid of Trump. Let's bring Biden in there. Right? Because you thought because he had a relationship with Obama, who's not a black, Hispanic, and First Nation person, you thought, oh, he will have our back. Even though he said it felt like roaches crawling up his leg when black girls used to touch him. And we still accepted that. He ain't really mean that. No, that's what he meant. See, like, that's how cunning the devil is. He can say it in plain sight, and we as a people for some reason forgive them. You know why we forgive them? Because of Christianity in John 3:16. Right. It has taught us that no matter whatever the devil says, right, we are not supposed to take him for his word. We are supposed to, you know what? He might have said that, but that's not really what he means. No matter what he's done to our people in the past, no matter what he's done constantly today, every day, we are still supposed to look at them differently. But you know what's crazy about this whole everybody love the world, love everybody, right? You blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, we as a people, you know who we choose to hate though? Each other. That's who we choose to hate. Right. When it comes to John 3:16, we will stand firm on that scripture with the Christianity taught us when it comes to the devils. But you won't stand firm on that when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. Christianity was teaching in churches, free Palestine, fight for Palestine. Where the free Hispanics at? Where the free Hispanics at? None of that is nowhere to be found. I used to drive through the city on my way to work or whatever like that and see on churches, free Palestine, support Israel, right? Whichever way they chose. I ain't seen not one sign say free the Hispanics. All right. John 3:16 don't work for blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people the way Christianity teaches it. All right. Because what Christianity teaches is you to love the oppressor and not yourself. All right. But here in the ISUBK, we teach us to love, blacks, Hispanic, and First Nation people. All right. This is the home of the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And understand that you was never taught that you're supposed to, like, you see blacks and that you see Hispanics and that you see First Nation people as the same. We was never taught that. Never taught that growing up. Right. But we was taught to love them, the oppressor. All right. I know it because I have family members who grew up in the church and so-called prayer warriors, prayer line and all this. And when I bring up what they doing to my brothers and sisters, all right, you know what they say? Well, hey, I'm tired of them. You know what I'm saying? They coming over here stealing jobs. And this is a question. This always baffled me, chat. What job have a Hispanic took from you? Because I ain't never had a job where I was like, yo, the Hispanic stopped me from doing that. None of us have. But that's that lie that just keep getting pressed upon us. It's this lie that keep getting taught. All right? We all sitting there thinking like, well, they coming in here and creating all these crimes. Donald Trump said he's bringing ICE to get all the criminals out the community and out of America. But I always had a question about this. So they were criminals, right, that you're chasing after. Why you ain't been locking them up? You knew they was criminals, right? Why you ain't been locking them up? It's because they wasn't criminals. You just want a reason to get them out. Because if they breaking the law and you already got information on them breaking the law, why you ain't been get them? It makes no sense. You mean to tell me they said in Chicago, ICE had captured 1,200 Hispanics in the first day? You mean to tell, and then reports come out that most of them was criminals. So y'all never decided to get them off the streets? Yeah, you just knew where the criminals were. Day one, as soon as he in office, yeah, we know where the criminals at. Meanwhile, how long they been in here committing crime? Y'all ain't never decided. I thought, because ICE been around. How long ICE been around? No, ICE. No, what was the people before ICE then? The immigration people. What were they called? Oh, ICE different. What's the
immigration is, when you go through and you get tagged and everything like that, information you're trying to get into immigration.
Come.
Immigration didn't do. Immigration came around to make sure large industries didn't have illegal immigrants.
Oh, okay. See.
But ICE is going out.
Looking. Come.
So immigration was only coming from different businesses.
Come.
Check on different businesses, but none of ICE is going to houses, homes, schools, everything like that.
Oh.
That's not what immigration.
Oh, see, I'm thinking they the same department.
No, that's not. Totally
Come.
Immigration tracks illegals.
Come.
They allow them to work in certain industries. I was working at a spot one time that had a whole lot of illegals. So immigration called 2 days before they came to let them know that they was coming in 2 days, so that the illegals could leave out. After they left, the illegals came back. Immigration works like that. It's a give and take thing with the government.
Right.
They're getting paid buku money because if a job was paying $17 an hour, they can pay an illegal $7.
Right.
Which means they're saving. You understand? That means their profits go up. So that's why they give kickbacks, and that's why you have lobbyists in Congress to allow illegals to work at businesses so that they can make money.
Right. And that's why when he say he's taking illegals out of the country, it makes no sense. Because what businessman would?
Again, just like you said, that no man can see.
Right. That's what is deception. Is a deception.
What's happening is they're rounding up all those so-called illegals. They can use them
right as slaves, yeah. Slave labor. The little money they was getting, nah, we don't even want to give you that.
That plane that they sent, what was that plane they sent back? They sent the plane with Mexico.
Con. And then they said half of them wasn't even listening, yeah.
So it was a show thing. Basically, it's to make it look like they're doing something about it, but they really detaining them so that they can use them for slavery.
Right.
A lot of those illegals will end up in California fighting wildfire.
Con, yeah.
You understand?
Con.
That's what's going to happen.
Con.
A lot of them will end up at the Levi's and Strauss.
Con.
Making Levi's $70 and $80 jeans, making $2 an hour.
Con.
Understand? That's profit.
Con. And what's going on is like they like you said, ICE, they show up now in schools, right? They show up in churches, right? Places that we deemed as safe, right? I don't know why churches.
Listen, there's going to be a time where we're going to show up at school,
Con.
in churches,
right?
And be arresting their children.
That's hey.
And be arresting them.
Con. We're gonna bring that up. And we're gonna bring that out. We're gonna bring that out. Yeah, we're gonna bring that up. You know what I'm saying? Right? When we follow these laws, exactly what's been happening to us. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to them. Can I let me get no man deceive you, right? Never let a man deceive you, right? And that's what we gotta understand, man. Like just because he talks sweet, right? Talk nice, say things he want to hear, right? Don't let no man deceive you, man. Right? Like America, they known for deceiving. That's what devil means. Devil means deceiver. Right. Like we not talking about they got pitchforks and horns and stuff. We letting you know, like, yo, they deceivers, and that's what they are. Our oppressors are nothing but deceivers, and they have deceived our people into believing this facade, this imagery, this lie, right, of democracy. And this is what's going on to our people, right? Now, one thing I want to bring out, right, because we fell for this deception, we're going to bring out what the Most High said if we didn't follow these laws. And I'm going to show you how it's playing out today. Something that's in the Bible that they said would happen to us if we didn't follow the law. So the law was, we should not choose another king above thee. That's what we chose to do. Blacks, Hispanic, and First Nation people. Right? And I'm going to show you in the scriptures what the Most High said. Right? Something your pastors will not teach you. They will not teach you what God said. All right? I cannot believe, like, when I first read these curses, how it plagues our people. And the scriptures say it's going to be a sign for you to see. All right? So let me slide it. So let me get on Deuteronomy 20:16.
2016.
Con. 20 and 14. Don't that start off? Can you go to 2014? Con. If thou does not hearken. Because 16. Con. Salakia. Yeah, 28. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, 28.
Here we go. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass. So the Most High is saying, it shall come to pass. Right? Something the Christian church do not teach you. And I really want y'all to understand this and listen to this. This is the ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Salakia. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right? So understand that this is a school. We are teaching. Right? So if you're at home watching, whatever you're watching, man, get your notes out because this is very pivotal. Right. This is a pivotal point. A lot of people go out here and tell you things, but we are here to fix what's going on. All right. So the Most High said, if you do not hearken, which means listen, continue. But it shall come to pass,
right,
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
right.
to observe, to do all his commandments,
To do.
and his
Oh, go ahead, Sly. Go ahead, continue.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Most High is saying, listen, so we know the story of Moses, because we was taught that, most of us was taught that in the Christian church. We watched that movie where the devils played the Ten Commandments. We all stood that, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, even though, right, you can, some other classes, another topic, but those people, right, are us, right, who received the laws of the Most High, right? We chose not to follow it. Even in Christianity, we all know, right, because in Christianity, they teach the reason Gentiles have any right to, salvation, even though it's a lie, but they teach the only reason Gentiles have a right to salvation is because the Israelites messed up. So we all know, even if you're a Christian, you know the Israelites did not follow these laws. But what you did not know, what was the curses, what was the punishment of not following these laws. And I'm here to let you know, Blacks, Hispanic, and First Nation people, you are, right, the children of Israel. You are the people that Moses was speaking to. You are the people that the Most High gave these laws to. So we're going to break down. Continue reading.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city. All right. Flyer, can you get I believe that paper right there. Let's talk about how you feel in the city. Is that the first page? Somebody quote how they feel about what's going on. It should start off like Trump's laws. Bang, bang, bang. No, it says Trump's laws. You see where I wrote with the pencil? One of them starts off with like Trump's laws had his laws was to
Trump's policy.
Con. So, right, cursed shalt thou be in the city, right? That's what the scripture said if we didn't hearken unto the laws. Can you read what's going on right now?
Right. Trump's policies combined with the uncertainty of how they will be enacted have also taken a toll on the mental health of the immigrant community, advocates say.
So, one, right? Let me tell you how I feel. Well, I know Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, you already know how this feels. Walking out your house, right? And understanding that there's a huge possibility you probably not going to make it out, right? Make it back home, right? Understanding that because Trump just dropped some laws. Continue reading, because this is what ICE is doing to our people.
Donna Beck is a licensed clinical social worker and member of the Latino Racial Justice Circle, says 80% of the immigrant community she works with is dealing with some form of trauma related to Trump's immigration policy.
So understand this, right? ICE is out here hunting our brothers and sisters. They are now going to schools and churches. How I know, because I work in a school, right? I know of situations where a child have been taken by ICE and the parents did not know anything about it. Imagine you dropping your child off of school and that is the last time you see them. Imagine understanding that you say bye to your parents when you leave the house, and when you come home, they are gone. Those are two instances that I've seen happen or have transpired. All right. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Understand that. Continue reading. This is one of them. Yeah.
The number of people suffering is incalculable.
Incalculable. All right. And they don't know that you're illegal or illegal. You know what they do know? You're Hispanic. You're part of the 12 tribes of Israel. So when they see you, they pulling you over. That sounds just like what we go through on an everyday basis as Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. When you drive down the street and our police see you bumping music in your car, what they do? Pull you over, right? So for us, right, to be sitting back thinking, oh, it's nothing what they are going through. They are going through everything that we've been going through already, right? It's just highlighted. It's just out for people to see. It's a mockery, honestly. It's so the devils can laugh while they grab up our brothers and sisters, right? When they put it on the news, right, and make themselves seem like they feel bad for it. No, they don't feel bad, right? Because this been happening. Statistics will show that they've been snatching up our brothers and sisters, right? How many movies do you gotta see where they be snatching out people? They talk about what is it? What is it? What's the term when they snatch people? The kidnapping, but is another term they use. But anyway, that's like the biggest industry to date, right? And then they traffic them, right? Trafficking, right? You know what I'm saying? Like all this is just another name for trafficking.
Right.
That's all it is. Either we gonna traffic you to do labor, or we gonna traffic you to do, you already know, right? That is what's happening. And it's a mockery because they're putting it right there in your face, and you sitting here thinking, oh, they're cleaning up the community. They're making it safe for us. It never was a problem. Like, that's the thing when it comes to media, as Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, you really need to sit back and really understand your reality. This was never a problem in your reality. So why are they telling you lies and you falling for something that's never happened? They making it safe in your community. Half of us don't even be around Hispanics and First Nation. You know what I'm saying? Like really think about it. Half of us not even around them. So what community you talking about they making it safe for? Yours? You never around them. You never listen until I came into the truth, because I left Baltimore for a minute. I didn't even know Highlandtown was Hispanic town. I didn't, and I grew up in Baltimore. Like
it has always been.
Oh.
In the 90s, it wasn't white.
Oh.
90s, it was all oppressive.
Con.
But it was all low income oppressive.
Con.
It wasn't until the early 2000s where the Hispanics started moving in.
Con.
And by 2010, they had all those tribals that you can see.
Con. Yeah. On lock. Right.
But and we also see that it's not. I haven't seen any crime with them.
Con. Never. Not like yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I never like when I came to the school, I'm like, yo, we got a Hispanic little town. I never knew it. Right, growing up. You know what I'm saying? Well, I am from East, like Northeast Baltimore for real, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so for somebody from who doesn't even be around Hispanics for the most of the time, and then most of my schools, we might have like 4 or 5. And I went to Maryville, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, it's a big school. It wasn't that many Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? So, what is this whole notion that they helping clean the community up? What community? That's the part that our people need to understand, that we are fighting a fight that has nothing to do with us, right? But the fight we need to fight is for them, right? For our brothers and sisters, because that's who they are, right? They are the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Continue reading the verse. The scripture. What? Yeah, it was something else. I think it was something else on the other side. What's the other page? The other page was talking about Maryville, right? Yeah, one of them got Maryville. Come.
All right, the number of people suffering is incalculable, she said, adding that children are especially susceptible to trauma with the unknown of potential deportation.
And I've seen it. Right? He's allowed ICE to come into schools, right? Because they are saying even the children are criminals. And you ain't gotta take my words for it. We got video. Let me get the Go to the YouTube. Go to present. Go to present. This is what the devils think about our brothers and sisters. Yeah, the YouTube one. The YouTube one. Yeah. Yeah, just click play.
Have worked through these administrations. This was the policy that's been in place, I believe, since 2011, and it wasn't changed before. I mean, do you have any reason to believe that elementary schools or churches are harboring, these violent immigrants who are here illegally?
Like I said, when the circumstances arise, we got a national security threat, a significant public safety threat, we're going to go, we got to go, whether it's a school, a church, a hospital. The national security is important. And look, name another law enforcement agency. Does the FBI have those requirements? No. Does DA have those requirements? No. So I shouldn't have those requirements either. We have a national security responsibility. We're going to take these people off the street. If it's out of school, that's what we're going to do. Again, it takes a lot to get approval to go into school or church. But if there's a national security threat, we're going.
All right, you can stop.
What does it take? What is the standard, I guess, to go into an elementary school?
Oh, just close.
What we've heard from immigration advocates is that this is going to provide a chilling effect to parents in the school drop off.
All right. So as you see, all right, it don't matter if they kids or whatever. He talking about, you know what I'm saying? They're harboring criminals. That's what they said. That's what they see our brothers and sisters as, criminals, right? Understand that. Imagine you are cursed in the city and in the fields, right? And blacks should definitely understand how this feels, right? But Christianity taught us that the Hispanics are different from us, so that's their plight. But this is literally what we go through every day, and for most Hispanics, they've been going through this already. Right, this is nothing new, but again, like I said, this is something that's been brought up now. Right, it's brought up. It's been affecting our people even more. Right, you can't even go to school. Right, you can't even go to church. Well, church always church has never been safe for our people, but we keep believing church is safe for our people. Right, Dylan Ruth knew church wasn't safe. Right, and schools for the most part isn't safe neither. Right. We got to understand that as a people, right? So let me continue. Let me go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. All right, so a lot of these things, cursed shalt thou be in the city and cursed shalt thou be in the field. All right, now it always baffles me, like, the scriptures will bring out what is happening to our people to a T. Right. To a T. You got verse 32.
Come. Deuteronomy. Chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So these devils are going around grabbing up our sons and our daughters and giving them to another people. Right? Understand that. This is what the Most High said what happened to our people. And it's still happening to this day because we continue to break the laws of the Most High. The law of choosing a king over us that the Most High did not appoint, that was not our brethren. These things are happening to our people, and we need to come together and start to follow the Most High laws, right? And blacks and Hispanic, blacks especially, need to understand that this is the same thing. Just like when we read the scriptures, thy sons and daughters shall be given unto another people, we can relate that to slavery. All right. This is how you know we the same people. Because now Hispanics can see this. All right. This is the same thing that's going down to Hispanics. We are the same people. All right. We are the children of Israel. All right. Let me get see, I wanted to continue, but we got to go to slide, sir. Go to 46. Tom.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
A sign. What's a sign? What's the purpose of a sign? All right. It's to show. All right. These curses, right, because we continue to break the laws, these curses are on us for a sign, right? The sign is to show, like you show, right? Right? Continue.
And for a wonder.
A wonder, right? What they used to what they used to call it when the circus. Oh man. The wonder of the world, right? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Oh, I was about to say like the great wonder of the world. I forgot the terminology they used to use when the circus is coming in town. The great wonder, something I forgot how it is. But
Wonder is when people look at us.
yeah, come.
Look at us like, wow. How could they?
Come.
How could they, they look at us
Stunned, right.
You know what I mean?
They stunned by
We
it.
go through, you understand the things that we put up with? The other nations look at us in awe. You
Come.
understand? That's them right there.
Yeah,
You know? They look
Yeah.
at us like a wonder.
come. And wonder like, yo, they going through all this, right? Like that's crazy. Like how? Yeah. Look at them, right? It's a sign. It's a wonder, right? They wonder like, yo, how? Right? Even we wonder, right? We sit there like, yo, how? How does this keep going on? And we telling you here in the ISUPK why this is keep going on, why these things are happening to us, right? It's because we keep breaking these laws, right? And I know you might be home watching the class and be like, man, well, I done broke mad laws, right? But, we all have at one point, right? And that's why we have this school. That's why we have these classes every week, right? It's to teach you, right? You know what I mean? You can stop. I know the Christian church tell you that you can't be, you know what I mean? You can't be perfect. You can't do what the Most High say do, but you can stop, right? Next 4 years, Most High willing, man, don't stand in that line to vote, right? That right there, you feel me? You stopping it. Yeah, the greatest show on earth, right? Right, that's what they used to be saying, right? The greatest one, like so, and people will go there and they be astonished on what the things is happening, right? And that's what the world is seeing. They seeing the sign and the things that's happening to us as a people, and they just wondering, right? Continue reading.
And upon thy seed forever.
Upon us forever, right? As long as we continue to break these laws of the Most High, these things will happen to us as a people. That's why we, as Blacks, Hispanic, and First Nation people, need to realize, right, the way we get out of this, it's not standing in line. It's not voting for a person who's not our brother, right? It's not believing in the doctrine of our oppressor known as democracy. It's not falling into these churches and hooping and hollering and running around for a concert or entertainment, right, in these churches. Right? What it simply is follow the laws of the Most High, right? And fear him. Right? Let me get fear the Most High and fear the Most High and keep my commandments, the whole duty of man. I think that's Ecclesiastes. Fear the Most High and keep the duty of man. Fear the Most High and keep my commandments is the duty of man. Ecclesiastes 12. Ecclesiastes 12 verse is it 94? I mean 9. I believe so. That's what it says. Ecclesiastes. Hold up. No, that's not it. Yeah. Verse 13. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13. All right.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So, all right, I'm about to bring out to you. This is the conclusion is the ending. All right. I know a lot of us as Blacks, Hispanic, and First Nation people, right? Because we don't know that these curses are upon us because we keep breaking the law. We sit there and wonder, like, yo, what can I do? Like, life is hell. All right, we keep going through all this. All right, we're gonna continue reading.
Fear God.
Fear God. All right, the Christian church don't teach you to fear God. You should fear the Most High. When you break these laws, right, you should be fearful because of what can happen to you. All right, what can not only happen to you, happen to your family members. Right, this is not Hispanic plight. This is the 12 tribes of Israel plight. You know why? Because we had a hand in what they got going on. We also went up there and chose this person. We also broke these laws. This is not just on them. This is on all of us, Israel. All right? That's why we need to unite as a people and come together and follow these laws. All right? We all need to do it. All 12 tribes, right? All 12 tribes, right? We need to get together and follow these laws. We need to unite as a people, right? And fear the Most High. Continue to fear God.
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments, right? Keep his commandments. I know the Christian church didn't teach you about these commandments, right? But they is the way to life. Keep them. And we won't be going through what we are going through as a people, right? What the oppressor is doing to us, we will do to them. Because that's what the scriptures say, right? Continue reading.
For this is the whole duty of man.
It's the whole duty of man. This is the whole duty of man. If you fear God and keep his commandments, that's what the Most High expects from you. He don't expect you to be running around, jumping and hooping and hollering in the church. He don't expect you to be a usher, a deacon, deaconess, right? He don't expect you to be a marcher, right? He don't expect you to do all these things, that be a prayer warrior on the prayer line, right? Speaking tongues of gibberish, what they be doing. He don't expect you to do that. Right? He don't expect none of that. You know what he do expect though? He expect you to fear God, fear him, and keep his commandments. Right? That's what happened. And then let me get Deuteronomy 28. I want the blessings of the city. 28 verses, I believe is. Blessed shall you be in the city.
Deuteronomy chapter 28. Verse 3.
Come.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city.
Right. So, if you keep the commandments, these are the blessings, right, that the Most High wants you to do, right? So, why you might think like, damn, I'm going to feel bad if I don't vote. Right? I'm going to feel bad if I'm not following Christianity. I'm going to feel bad if I'm not following these holidays. I'm going to feel bad if I'm going against what America wants us to do. All right? Do what Most High wants you to do. And this is what will happen. Continue reading.
And blessed shalt thou be in the field.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. We will never have to worry about when we leave our house, right? Somebody coming to snatch us, right? Somebody coming on the us. The fact that when this lifestyle, this oppression, right? We will not have the feel knowing that if I jog down the street and I look into an abandoned home, that I will be hunted down by 3 devils in the F-150. All right, we won't have to worry about that. We won't have to worry about if I call these devils to my house, all right, and then I go to my stove and get a pot of water, they're going to unalive me, all right? I won't have to worry about when I walk down the streets, right, ICE officers popping up on me, asking me questions. If I fumble a question, I'm going to be deported from my family and never see them again, right? Or be sold into slave labor where I probably don't, I won't have to go through those things if I keep these laws and these commandments, right? That's what we should be striving for, Israel. All right, fearing God, keeping his commandments, and blessed shall we be in the city, and blessed shall we be, right, in the fields. And we, right, will get back what the Most High said we're going to get back. So everything our oppressors going to do, we're going to have the power, right? That's what we want. All right, and with that, I'm passing the class off to Officer Matham, all right, for the security announcements.
Hey, all right. About keeping them laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how we get back on top. You understand? We got to be disciplined. Discipline takes courage. You got to have courage to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, because this world wants us to be disobedient to the Most High. You understand? And just like the brother said, just like Officer Goodnight said, you know, these other nations are going to have to pay. You understand? The only way they're going to pay is if we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's it. You understand? We got to be obedient to the Most High. All right, security announcements. We are ISUPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's a 6-month period in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashera. A 10th of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department and Preach Fund, or the Treasury Department or the teacher. Preach Fund, a free will offering, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Up and coming Holy Convocation, the Feast of Purim, which is 13th of March, and Friday, right? That's what's that, Thursday and Friday? Okay. Remind Akim Aquafium to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and so on for events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, pants, shirts, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. I Majim. I Majim Shabbat. I Majim Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabarakatha. Yad Yamatah. Saw. Turn. Face the sister. Sister stand. Men of Israel, we're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I Majim Shabbat, I Majim Barak, Yahweh Shema Al Thum by Shem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shema Al Thum by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yad Yamatah, class dismissed. All right.